very latest on very powerful Hurricane Katrina. Winds right now 150 miles per hour around the center. It is moving north now and has picked up in forward speed to 15 miles per hour. The pressure has come up through the morning, 917 millibars. But again, don't let your guard down. Andrew came through South Florida with a pressure of 922 millibars.
Yeah, Katrina has weakened slightly overnight to a very strong Category 4 hurricane, but just a very small difference between this strong Category 4 and a Category 5. Landfall is imminent in southeastern Louisiana. The impacts will spread north ahead of the center. We've already seen hurricane-force wind gusts and heavy downpours of rain.
And earlier we've had reports from Mike Seidel and Jim Cantori, but now Jeff Morrow is joining us from Covington, Louisiana.
And Jeff, how are things holding up there where you are?
Well, the wind's been, it's been fairly steady. I wouldn't call it tropical storm force, maybe a few gusts up to about 40 miles an hour or so, 30 to 40 miles an hour. So we really haven't seen much in the way of any debris flying, but obviously as this hurricane continues to move north and continues to come inland and pass us, and we think that will probably, the eye of the hurricane right now will probably go by just to our east. We'll be on the western eye wall. Things will get obviously a lot worse with a very strong northerly wind. That kind of northerly wind is just going to blow right across Lake Pontchartrain. Right now the winds with a hurricane are pushing generally from the east, and that is piling water from the Gulf of Mexico into Lake Pontchartrain. You can see these spiral bands of moisture, and you can just imagine the wind kind of spiraling around the hurricane as well. Very heavy downpours. We've had some pretty steady, I'd call it moderate rain here so far, kind of blowing sideways in these gusts. But again, as the hurricane passes and the wind turns to the north, that's when Pontchartrain could get blown to the south and, well, maybe impact the levee system there. Let's hope it doesn't breach it and push that water down into the New Orleans area. That's what people there are most concerned about, of course. New Orleans had a very rough night last night. We've lost power here. In some areas, our hotel, we got up, it was still on, but as soon as we walked into the lobby, out went the lights, and that's probably going to be it for the rest of the afternoon. As we got here, we've seen power flashes, the transformers popping. You see that little blue glow, and then it kind of fades away, and you know more power is gone. So obviously in these kind of winds, we're already seeing that it's going to get worse before it gets better. It's going to be a while before we get power. And we got a lot of trees around us here. You'll be able to see that when the sun comes up, and that's something we're going to have to watch out for very closely as well. Again, we're in Covington. We're right along Interstate 12. We're north of Lake Pontchartrain, and we'll keep you updated here as we head on through the rest of the afternoon as long as we can physically keep the shot up. Because obviously when it gets bad, we may have to come down. Let's get back to you guys now. Kim and Nick.
All right, thanks, Jeff. And you know, we're concerned about folks even farther north with power outages today.
No doubt about that. There have been, of course, road closures due to heavy rain falling and evacuation procedures. Some roads remain open, though, at this hour.
And if folks might be interested in I-10, of course, I-10 westbound at the Louisiana state line is closed and no one should be traveling there.
Right.
But I-10, the bridge over the Escambia Bay around Pensacola, checked on that, and it is still open. Last night traffic was very heavy with folks heading eastbound. This morning, as you make your way out there, we are dealing with tropical storm force wind gusts, and we are also dealing with some rain bands coming through that region. I want to take you to the airports and show you what we have in terms of airport closures. Both airports in New Orleans, the International and the Lakefront, are closed. There is no reopen time set as of yet. Gulfport, Biloxi closed. Mobile airports there closed as well. Travelers, let's get a look at conditions throughout the region. Jackson, Mississippi, Birmingham, Nashville, all airports we need to watch for as conditions go downhill. In Nashville, especially as we go through the day into tomorrow. And showing you right now what we have going on SkyTracker radar in terms of the extent of where we're seeing the rainfall here. I want to show you I-10 and talk about the rain well to around Baton Rouge and well to the west of there, and then all the way to the east, heading over into the Pensacola area. Here's some rain bands stretching that far, and as far north as Jackson, where we are getting some showers, and I-20. And I-20 is going to be a tough go of it from Jackson over to Tuscaloosa and Birmingham today. All right, the forecast for today, I-55 and I-65, and in between the two, watching for the potential of flooding as we continue to watch the track of Katrina heading northward, the rain heading northward, and rainfall on the order of 2 to 3 inches in farther north areas, and then even farther south, we'll see 10 to 15 inches of rainfall. So flooding is a possibility. 2 to 3 inches per hour of flooding around Birmingham would cause some flash flooding. Kim and Nick, back to you.
Hurricane Katrina making landfall in southeastern Louisiana.
Just east of the Grand Isle area, where we've seen wind gusts up to 114 miles an hour. Waves obviously running high. Ahead, more on all the impacts.
This program was brought to you by Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you.